I don't understand. What happened to gas prices? 2 weeks ago, gas was $2, and today gas is $4. You guys, did gasoline go to college and come back with a master's degree in pricing? Oh my God! I came to get gas, and the pump is looking at me like a bank loan officer, asking questions like, say, are you ready for these financial decisions? What is going on, yeah? Look at gas prices. What is going on, yeah? How are we going to survive? Driving in America is now luxury. Oh my God. How are we going to survive, yeah? How? $4? Oh my God. Oh my God. $4, guys. $4. I can't move. I can't move.
$13.99 for a goddamn watermelon.
For $11 for shredded cheese? Are you kidding me?
You know, that's organic or whatever. Still, you have 96.4 for $8 a fucking pound. What the fuck's going on?
12 motherfucking 99. I know these ain't the damn.
Tell me I'm tripping. When the fuck did the cereal become $8?
Bro, $3.50 fucking cents for this, bro. This used to be 98 cents.
Like spaghetti sauce, and it's $11.99. Wow.
That's crazy. $10.99 for some fucking eggs.
Now this has got to be a freaking typo, because $10 for a bag of apples.
These tiny ass pizzas are $1.48. I remember a time where those little pizzas were like 25 cents a piece. You get 4 for $1, but they were called Mr. P's pizza.
See that?
Yeah.
What does it say?
It says $6.
No, it's like $5.95, 9/10. That's $6.
Yeah.
What do you think of that for gas prices?
It's ridiculous. It's tough. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, I'm kind of used to it because it's been like that ever since COVID. It kind of went down a little bit, but, you know, ever since the war, it's kind of started to go up a little bit, and it's only expected to go up even more.
Yeah, it was like $1 or $2 cheaper just a week and a half ago.
I know. It's moving really quickly, which is scary. So, I mean, it's projected to be up at 8 soon. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point. There's not really much I can do. I don't know.
If you think gas prices are expensive in the United States of America, you are wrong. Look at how much money they pay for gas here in Serbia. Mind you, the average salary in this country is $1,000 per month. You can see right there on the top, 95 is 186 Serbian money. We're gonna round that to 200 because that is $2. This is a $2 bill. Now you might be saying, $2 per gallon, that's insane. They do liters here. 1 liter is $2. There are 4 liters in a gallon. In the US, we do gallons. That means 2, 4, 6, 8. $8 a gallon for normal gas in this country. And in Europe, it's the same. It's always been like this. Normal gas prices in Europe are like $6 per gallon. But for some reason here in Serbia, it's the same price as it is in Norway. Never in my life since I left the United States of America like 5-something years ago have I ever complained about gas prices, because even when it's expensive for us, even when it's $3.50 a gallon, it's so much more expensive outside the US. We literally have the cheapest gas prices ever.
I'm gonna call it as it is, unpopular opinion, but we have a mindset problem in this generation where nobody wants to work hard for anything anymore. Everybody wants everything handed to them on a silver platter, like, here, I did this, AI did this. What happened to, like, go to work?
We about to fact check this shit. First, if you mess with me, make sure you hit that follow button. Happy Women's History Month and Ramadan Mubarak. Let's get it. What the hell is she talking about? First, study shows that the workforce today has worked longer hours than the workforce in the 80s. In fact, report says that we worked 181 hours more than we did in 1979. In fact, we have more people working now than we did in 1980. No, the real problem is America's getting way too expensive. I mean, if we take a look at our current economy, we can see that employment rate is up, but so is unemployment and the gas price. You can also see that America lost its GDP GDP growth by 0.4% and inflation is still over 2%. So if America is doing bad economically, the number of recipients for welfare increases. In fact, the Congressional Budget Committee just revealed that Americans are more dependent on welfare checks than their own checks from work. In 1979, an individual made 60% of their income from work. And report shows that in 2021, you only make 25% of your income from work. So in other words, people aren't getting lazy, life is just getting too expensive.
Hi, Mr. Vice President, Brett Cass with WXYZ here in Detroit. Thank you for taking questions. We're seeing gas prices here climbing at home, in particular here in Metro Detroit with what's going on with Iran and the impacts in the Strait of Hormuz. What is the administration doing to help keep gas prices down, and where do you see gas prices going here in the near future?
Well, you know, the President of the United States has been crystal clear about this. Look, gas prices are up. And we know they're up, and we know that people are hurting because of it, and we're doing everything that we can to ensure that they stay lower. I will say, you know, the President said this, and I certainly agree with it. This is a temporary blip, okay? What happened under the Biden administration is that gas prices were high for 4 years. Gas prices are higher right now, and frankly, they're not even as high as they were during certain parts of the Biden administration because of what's going on in the Middle East. It's not going to last forever. We're going to take care of business. We're going to come back home, and when that happens, you're going to see energy prices come back down to reality. But in the meantime, we got a problem. We know that we have a problem. We're doing everything that we can to address it.
This economy is so bad. $33 for toilet paper? We can't even afford to shit.
Like, are we dead serious right now? Like, are we dead ass? Is this real life?
Look at that. You gotta be fucking kidding us, Ruffles.
A regular Coke, 3 for $20.97. Like actual soda, $21.
What the fuck? Used to get a whole cup.
$13.99? $14? For what? A gallon of orange juice? Y'all must be out of y'all.
For 2 pounds of lunch meat, $23. How the hell we supposed to feed our kids on this crap?
Truly, look at this. Look how small this pack is. Seriously, that fits like in my palm. Crazy.
The grocery stores are like, it looked like it haven't even been touched.
What do you think about gas prices, Mother?
I don't have a problem with gas prices.
So you're fine with them being high as long as it's under Trump?
No, because they're really not high to me.
So you think they're...
I lived through the Obama era.
You think they're going to go any higher?
$5
Well, I know, but
a
Trump's main thing was that the prices were going to go down, and now they're only going up and not going to go down to at least 2027. Temporarily? Definitely not.
My name is Jordan. I'm from the Korean Mall. I'm standing outside of Liberty in Highgate Hill, and the general consensus here is that people are not happy.
The last time we had the crisis, it was during COVID. So everyone stocked up on toilet paper.
Prices just insane right now.
The war on at the moment.
That's mental, isn't it?
What can you do? You know, worrying doesn't help.
Fuel prices have been rising exponentially every single day.
I feel like it's a lot. It's like hard with, you know, rising costs and all the other things. Yeah, it's making it harder to, have your independence and go all different places.
Fueling up a full tank today, or?
$25.
$25?
Just 25, yeah. In hopes that probably along my track I could find something a bit more cheaper.
Now it's actually significantly higher, but I suppose my reasoning is that it will only get even higher.
Many people are still coming out and buying fuel because they have to get around.
Guess who's getting slammed by this entire conflict? Truckers and farmers. Why? Well, the price of oil is going up, which means the price of diesel is going up. And it's so high that diesel is almost $5 a gallon. This is astronomical, and it's a huge burden on the trucking industry and farmers. And in case you forgot, farmers are already under a lot of pressure right now thanks to Liberation Day and the entire trade war. Mind you, even though the Supreme Court struck the tariffs down, they're about to be brought back again under another law, and many countries already changed their purchasing patterns because of these tariffs, leaving many farmers up a creek without any paddle. So they're basically going through a double whammy. On one side, the demand for goods has collapsed as they've been cut off from overseas markets, and now on the other side, their input prices, which have already increased, are increasing even more thanks to this war with Iran. To the policymakers who are squeezing the farmers and the truckers of the United States, once again, you just made the D3 List, a podcast about dumb, desperate, and diabolical business decisions. For more great episodes of the D3 List delivered straight to your inbox, no censorship, be sure to subscribe for free to the d3list.substack.com.
What do you think of the gas prices?
They're ridiculous. We work for a lighting company and I had to use a boom lift. Gas is like, for diesel, like $6.50 a gallon or something like that. I think we spent about 4 times, so about $120 in 3 days. Yes, I actually paid $6.59 the other day.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, for diesel, renewable diesel, yeah.
What should the administration know?
I think that we should have lower prices because we paid a lot of taxes in California.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a fourth of my check goes to taxes. You know what I mean? So,
and now a lot of your money, your paycheck is gonna go to.
You gotta go to gas.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what's crazy to me? Gas prices are like the only measure of the economy that certain Americans ever seem to care about. Nobody can afford a house, food prices are through the roof, but gas is 50 cents a gallon, so I guess we'll just all live in our cars. These same Americans freak out when gas prices go up, but then celebrate taking away fuel efficiency standards that would force car companies to have to innovate. Because God forbid we make your car more fuel efficient if at the same time it helps the planet. And only 10% of cars sold in the US are electric, whereas 50% are electric in China. And then they celebrate banning Chinese EVs in some kind of xenophobic rage because they claim that they're low quality, but even Ford CEO said that Chinese EVs are far superior in cost and quality to their American counterparts. And then they insist on having the biggest cars possible, hate on public transportation, and practically chain themselves to their pickup truck to fight for their right to have the most monster fuel-efficient vehicle and then have a meltdown over gas prices going up. You know, you could just buy a more fuel-efficient vehicle.
Eating gas prices makes me irrationally angry, and it's not necessarily because of the price, even though that sucks. It's because of what the price represents. Because we told you that this man who ran on gas prices being lower, grocery prices being lower, inflation being lower, the economy being better, no wars. We told you he was lying. We told you he was going to bamboozle you. And he did. And I don't even feel happy saying I told you so, because we all lose. We're all losing. Because you believed a con man. Because you blindly followed a proven con man. And you're still blindly following him. So every time I see it, it just makes my blood curdle. Because I'm like, you told me that there was going to be lower gas prices. You told me that I was a snowflake and a lot of other things, because I didn't believe him when he said that. Because I knew that wasn't going to happen. And now they're even higher directly because of him. And so, again, it's not an I told you so, but I told you so. I told you. And I'm mad because you promised me. You promised me that Donald Trump was going to wave a magic wand and everything was going to be great. And we knew that wasn't going to happen, and you didn't listen. So, thanks a lot.
Why is outside this expensive? It should not be this expensive, sweetheart, because, okay, first and foremost, groceries. Costs are so disgusting. Between DoorDash or grocery shopping, you spending the same amount of money. Between what little groceries you're getting for $100, you might as well get takeout on DoorDash. I guarantee you, if you go out of your way and make it yourself, you still probably only gonna save you, what, $10? Remember when grocery shopping used to be, oh, I did all of this and I can still save $50, $100, $150 if I just grow. No, it's pretty much the same. What used to be, I can casually remember, bread, eggs, milk will not cost you more than $10. Bread, eggs, and milk. Now, bitch, bread, eggs, and milk, I damn near gotta break a dub. I gotta go in with $20 at Walmart to get bread, eggs, and milk. But please clarify me. Please let me know if that's the minimum for the minimal thing to have in your house. Just the minimal source of food and rations is $20. Can y'all tell me what the minimum wage is right now? Oh, okay. So already, as an American, already behind on the 8 ball again. Okay, let's keep going. How are you supposed to feed your family when prices are this high? Like, it's getting to the point, remember when it used to be the cost and what you have or what you make, there'll be a gap between it, but now it's literally the cost and what you have. They are in neck and neck. Another thing I have with this whole dystopian Hunger Game, everybody survive, scratching and surviving, Divergent series type of fucking shit going on is why everything is a luxury now. Now life is set up that if it's literally, you have to play the game of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Either I want a full thing of groceries for my house and stock, or my rent and my bills are not going to get paid, or I can't get gas now. So you mean to tell me for the regular family, not the 2%ers, not the ones that's, calling everybody because they got $99 billion in their account and they can control everything, the regular family that's a blue collar dad and a teaching mom, to the point I'm starting to feel like it's starting to be a little spicy for people that got real good income. Please tell me why making $80,000 a year is still not enough now. In America, we used to be the free country, land of the free, home of the brave. We used to be where everybody dreamed to go, and now people are turning their nose up at us because they might as well just stay in Paris. They rather stay in Croatia. They rather stay where the hell they at than come over here and deal with our bullshit. And as an American, I'm upset and I wish I didn't have to deal with this bullshit. Why is rent so high? And then you're making people choose between, you can either have a roof over your head this month or your phone bill gonna get cut off. Oh, okay, let's keep talking about it. As an American, as a real American, look, just because I'm on TikTok, please understand, baby, I ain't making no TikTok money. I'm letting it be known. It hurts out here. Unless somehow you know how to pity pinch and you know how to scrape a dime and save a nickel to make $1 like I do, it's hard out here. Unless you got somebody that is the breadwinner and they're making enough money and you know how to budget and watch every single dollar being taken out of an account for whatever expense, it's gonna be hard out here. Why is gas so motherfucking expensive? Gas is fucking $5. $5? I went to my gas station down the street. I filled her up before all hell broke loose. It was like $2.37, $2.42. Literally filled her up. Within the next week, that same gas station said $3.16, and I checked that yesterday. So you mean to tell me the people that I now have to DoorDash because I can't afford food for real at the grocery store, I got to get my DoorDasher, and now my DoorDasher got to go out here, but because we know how DoorDashers can be and how a DoorDasher life is, you mean to tell me every order is pretty much them just making their gas money. So somebody out here that's DoorDashing they ass off for 12 hours a day only comes back with 75, maybe we're gonna say $100. They work their ass off for $100, and by the time they put that damn money in their tank, the net value is really $40. $40 for all that damn hard work. Y'all don't see the discourse. Y'all don't see the gap. Y'all don't see the disconnect. It's hard out here as a motherfucking American, and I hate it here. Why is it a luxury for me to get avocados? Why is it a luxury for me to have to get fruits and vegetables for my kids so they don't have to end up eating just straight carbs and trans fats? You want to know why? Because if I go to the produce section and I try to get the fresh shit, by the time I get some fresh tomatoes, some fresh celery, all my little bells and whistles that I want for my kids, that right there alone, produce is $40. Produce is $40 because I got a family of 5. Produce. Then don't let it be your baby need infant meal. Don't let it be your baby need special type of formula. That's another $30 a can. Why is it so hard in America right now? And then people want to wonder why we're not having kids. Bitch, we can barely afford the kids we got. We can barely afford ourselves. And you are surprised that we ain't having no more kids out here? Because if I go to the supermarket, one more baby, it's going to bring my house into bankruptcy. When was the last time y'all went to the goddamn car maintenance? When's the last time you drove the Honda or the Ford? I remember when my Honda oil change was $60. That was a wonderful time. Prime time. Good time. Now, that very same Honda, didn't get a new Honda, 2016 CRV, go to the same establishment that used to charge me $60. It's $85 to $100 for an oil change. It's $100 now because she way over her mileage. Why? Okay, so you mean to tell me if that's the case, that means the people that's driving Benzes, y'all feeling it too. Even though you making your architectural, your nursing money, your doctor money, you still feeling it because as somebody that has a luxury car, you're not going to take it to no shade tree mechanic. You're going to go to the real dealership so they can handle it. And what used to be your $120 oil change, how much is it now? How much is it now to get that BMW tuned up? How much is it now to get that Benz tuned up? How much is that Jag to get tuned up? Oh, okay, it's expensive as fuck out here for no reason. And people want to know why is everybody staying home? What happened to club culture? How come many people don't really go out? We simply can't afford it. You want to know why we can't afford it? Because we are trying to enjoy the rent that we probably can't afford for the next month. Because life is just too goddamn expensive. Please understand, it's expensive out here as an American. It's horrible out here as an American. And honestly, I just need a restart. We need a restart button. And let's not get started on health insurance. If you ain't got Medicaid and you actually paying out of pocket because you got benefits, don't let it be you find out you're not in network. Don't let it be you find out you might have benefits, but by the time you get everything handled and squared away, baby, they only gonna cover $200. And the other $700 is on you. How you get insurance to pay for anything happening to your family and y'all health, but you still gotta pay? I'm paying you so I don't have to pay, and I still end up paying where they do that at. And baby, we can't even start about daycare. I became a stay-at-home mom because I looked into daycare, and daycare, that right there is a luxury. You want to know what luxury is? Having daycare and being able to afford your gas every time you need gas and buying all your groceries at once. Because who the hell got $175 a week for a newborn? So you mean to tell me I'm giving you damn near $600 a month for my newborn who only has to fucking drink milk, piss and shit on herself and go to sleep? That's all it takes. And then it only goes down like $25 when she becomes a toddler. So I'm still paying heavy money. No. So how y'all doing that? How are y'all affording childcare and rent? And let's not talk about those that become homeowners. Used to be you want to be a homeowner because that's what they told you to do. When you get yourself situated and established, you get a family, you marry somebody, and you make a home. Buy a home now that's $400,000. And here's the thing, even if you pay that money every single month with your mortgage and escrow and all that shit tied up, if you don't pay your property tax on time, they can still take your shit. So even if I'm giving you $1,500 for my mortgage, if I don't keep on track with them property taxes, I could pay everything up and have my house paid off and let me miss 3 months of property taxes. They can take my fucking house. What? It seems like they just want us to lose. Any way you can possibly lose. How does that work? How are y'all able to do private school? How are y'all able to do anything? That's damn near Carnegie money. Who, please point me into your direction. Who out here that's not, Mr. and Mrs. 300K? I'm talking regular Americans. Who is out here able to uphold all the bills for the house? Even if y'all both work, uphold the bills for the house. Make sure your kids taken care of. Pay their tuition if they in school or daycare. All your groceries handled. Not missing nothing. Top of covering your medications. On top of stuff like that. And then car maintenance, beloved. And then still being able to manage and save something on the side. Tell me who you are. Who are you and how are you doing it? Because, baby, I did the math. I did the calculations. I did the calculations on the calculus, and it's not the math is not arithmeticing. The math is not mathematically mathing. It's my quantitative analysis cannot figure out how to do this. This does not compute. Life is a luxury, and damn near 85% of us cannot afford it. And if we do try to afford it, I guarantee we missing something that's not going to get handled. If we can afford rent, we can't cover groceries. If we can cover groceries, we can't cover rent. If we can cover both of those, we're going to be missing a meal. If we did all of that, we're going to be missing something on the side. We can't get health care. We can't get health insurance, etc., etc., etc. Ghetto as hell. I hate it here. That's it. That's all I'm on the list. Goodbye, y'all.
So, what do you think the Black Americans are saying about the rising prices in America? I don't know what is your thought about that, but according to what we've listened, people are frustrated, not just Black Americans, but also the entire America. They are extremely frustrated because, guys, tell me why. Like before the war, everything was kind of better. I will say better because at this point, Americans believe that whatever the president promised during the manifesto and during the campaigns, there are totally different. What he was promising them before they actually voted for him, or when he wanted the votes, they are very, very different because he promised a lot of things, lower prices in grocery, gas, everything. So Americans expected that things will be lower, only for Iran war to happen and escalate things. And now You can even see this black American saying that, did gasoline go to college and study masters in pricing? Honestly, that's a genuine question because this thing is affecting everybody. And when you touch the prices of gas, just know that you've touched the prices of a meat, of bread, of sugar, of a matchbox, of salt. Just know that whenever the price of gas increases, everything in the country increases because items have to be transported from one point to another. And the fact that the president recently came out and said that items have dropped in terms of prices. One of them was like, is the president's eye tilted? Is he blind? Is he not seeing? Because you can clearly see Americans in these grocery stores taking videos of the price of meat, the price of a watermelon, the price of egg. And remember, those are the basic foods that anybody can afford. But at this point, not everybody can afford food in America. And for those who don't have the papers yet in America, because life is so difficult. We saw Americans in the gas station with many jerrycans wanting to fill up, take fuel, because the rate at which prices are going up is extremely fast. It's like times 100. But then the rate that it's going to be going down is going to be extremely low. I have never understood the math behind it. Whenever prices go up, they are very fast, but when they are going low, it's very slow. So Black Americans are suffering in this case, and I do feel for them because I believe that they are the less privileged there, not in a bad way. I'm not trying to say that in a bad way, but the whites are normally referred to as the superior. So even the vice president accepted that the price has gone up, and they're like, it's just temporarily. And there was this guy that was asking the mother, who is a pro MAGA supporter, like, ma'am, now the prices of oil, of gas has really gone up. What can you say about it? And the mother was there defending the administration left, right, center, saying that this is just temporary. Don't worry about it. But I don't know what you think about that, because when prices go up, then it's just terrible. The economy is just terrible. It can even send you to the streets. It can even make you homeless. And that in regard means that there is massive job losses, and also people are required to work like 10 times more. If you used to do one job or two, you have to multiply it so that at least you can afford the life in America. Very sad indeed. I fail to understand, why should America always involve herself in these conflicts? Why? Can't they just do their own stuffs without involving themselves in these conflicts that end up affecting their own people? Because at the end of the day, it's the American citizens who will be required to chip in terms of taxes. It's the American citizens' taxes, by the way, that are being used in these particular conflicts, because they need to send their troops there. These people need to be paid by the taxes of the American people. They need military equipment. It's just crazy. So, driving in America at the moment as we speak feels like a luxury thing. It's devastating because, there are no public cars or vehicles in America. People drive. owning a car is a basic need there. But now it is starting to be something like luxury kind of. It should be placed in that category now. And I feel for those who work like 3 hours or 4 hours away because they need to board their vehicles, they need to fuel it, and it's just, these things don't really make sense. So Democrats are mad at this particular MAGA the pro MAGA people, because even before they voted for this person, they were telling them, guys, all these things that you are being promised, they are lies. It's not going to happen. But who are pro MAGA supporters? They voted for the current administration, and they immediately started crying. Like, are they even going to be great, or are they going to are they going to die before they are great again? Because remember, the slogan of MAGA is, let's make America great again. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. If you watched the clip up to this point, I do appreciate your presence here. I don't take it for granted. I'll see you in the next video. Kindly subscribe.